That's a good one.
On today's show, fishing memories new and old as the Schara brothers explore Canadian lodge life at a place called Wiley.
What just landed on my head?
Naturalists celebrate the life and times of a critter as old as time.
Whoa!
And a Minnesota tradition so pure and so darn tasty.
Minnesota Bound, presented by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems.
Hi everybody, Bill, Millie and I welcome you to Minnesota Bound.
You know, today's first story takes us to one of our favorite fishy haunts, an Ontario location called Wiley Point.
My dad, Ron Schara, went fishing with his brothers, Rick and Roger Schara, in search of memories new and old.
And so it begins. A Schara brothers fishing trip.
There's a walleye here, 33 feet.
Also beginning is a family tradition. Schara brothers ribbing each other.
Roger, I thought you said he couldn't catch a cold.
Well, can I have a hump named after me?
You have to earn it.
You gotta have that touch.
Time to meet the brothers. There's Rick.
We don't have these times often. Nobody's promised tomorrow. And you gotta get out and do these kind of things and just experience life.
Hey, Rick's got one.
And there's Roger, the kid brother.
I am the youngest of 4 brothers, and that explains why I get picked on all the time.
That's a good one. There you go.
23 and a half.
Oh, it looked bigger than that.
With us, there are 2 friends who, they wish they were our brothers. Steve Hurth.
You know, I've fished Lake of the Woods for 40 years, off and on, end to end, Kenora, down to Baudette. This is a one-of-a-kind experience.
And Vince Speece, Roger's buddy from Rapid City, South Dakota.
The quality of the walleyes, the health of the walleyes, probably the best I've ever seen.
Here we go, boys. Money on this one, maybe.
Since I'm the oldest brother, I'm never wrong.
I might need the net for this guy. Oh, he's not that big, but he thinks he is.
And teasing knows no boundaries.
Roger's demonstrating that he hasn't handled walleyes very often.
I should say, if you want to learn how to handle walleyes, come to Lake of the Woods. More specifically, come to one of my favorite places, Wiley Point Lodge. Reachable only by water, Wiley is in the middle of walleye hotspots and world-class muskies. And that's not all. Wiley's staff believes in good service.
Yeah, we have a kitchen, dining room, we have 2 bars, we have a lounge upstairs and a sports bar downstairs. We have a store that provides all the amenities that you might have forgotten, as well as bait, fishing tackle. We have boats, we have over 100 boats. Wiley Point is like paradise.
One of my favorite guides is Harry. He started guiding at age 13, still at it more than 40 years later.
I like to meet the people. Everybody's got something interesting to teach me, and that's what I like about guiding. I've never had anybody skunked in my boat. I've never come to shore lunch without my shore lunch fish, ever. And if it happens, that's the day I quit.
Gorgeous color there, Roger.
Lots of memorable days. Probably I can't mention on camera.
That's what the Wiley experience is all about, making memories. Here's a few memories in the making.
Steve, he specializes in little walleyes. Not many people can do that. Brother Rick, he has fun catching rocks.
Hey, just teasing. They know it. Coming up,
There we go.
more fishing memories, new and old, as the Schara brothers and friends explore Wiley Point Lodge and Lake of the Woods.
Sharas have the touch, don't we?
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems, Coors Light, Ice Castle Fish House and RV, and by White Bear Lake Superstore.
More fishing memories, new and old, as the Schara brothers and friends explore Wiley Point Lodge and Lake of the Woods.
It's been said, we don't remember days, we remember moments. Moments with my brothers at Wiley Point Lodge.
Come on, come on. There you go, one-handed. Just look at that.
Beauty, Roger. That's the fact of the day.
Time to try other spots. You'd need more than one life to hit all the fishy haunts in Lake of the Woods, so we explore. No 2 days are alike in this sport called fishing.
Got a double. These nice fish.
You love these things for some reason, huh? Small walleyes, big walleyes, jig and rap. Go back and grow up, buddy. Oh, just like that. What's special is when I hook something, they don't laugh. They're very kind and considerate brothers. This stick wouldn't surprise me if they put it there.
You can put that in the live well?
Yeah. See? Now, you know,
About time you caught something.
nothing beats brotherly love or brotherly harassment, as the case might be. I'm a tuna him in. Like that. Shore lunch. As usual, I gotta provide all the food.
Today, some walleyes are heading for shore lunch, with Harry, the guide, also being our shore lunch chef.
So, Harry, is this your second shore lunch you've ever done?
Third.
Third. 3,000th, I'm guessing.
Oh, I think a lot more than that.
Really? You still enjoy doing it? Do you?
Have to do it.
Yeah, if you've done 3,000, there was nothing to it.
Need I say, nothing beats fresh-caught walleye, prepared Harry's way. Even the gulls know it. Enough eating. Time to resume fishing. We decided to gamble, meaning hunting and casting for muskies. And then, out of nowhere, a muskie memory is made. We figure 40 inches or more. Released to catch again another day.
This adventure in Wiley Point, Lake of the Woods, it's just very, very special.
It's been said, goodbyes always leave you with some unforgettable memories. And we had one.
Sad as it might be, as our trip came to an end, we all gathered at a spot where our brother Robert made his last cast before succumbing to brain cancer in 2014. Like the rest of us, Robert loved fishing. Rest in peace, bro.
Still ahead, Minnesota's tasty fall tradition, harvesting wild rice. But first, that buzz about a festival focused on this age-old critter.
Closed captioning provided by Star Bank.
Up next, we take a closer look at a Minnesota critter that is our true environmental indicator. It's been that way since the age of dinosaurs.
Oh, they are amazing.
Just landed on my head.
When a lot of people show up for a party being thrown in your honor, you know you must be special.
There's all kinds of really cool things about it. First is they're big and they're beautiful. And a lot of times when people hear insect or bug, they get creeped out.
A bash for a big insect? Now that's different.
Dragonfly Festival is a chance just to get people out, learn more about dragonflies, and really kind of get up close and personal with them. For some people, it might be their first time holding a dragonfly.
Of all the insects to honor, why dragonflies?
Dragonflies are a really good gateway insect, kind of like butterflies, to say, hey, these things are actually really cool. The other reason that we want to highlight is they're a biotic indicator. So they can be used by scientists to indicate how healthy an environment is.
Dragonflies spend most of their lives underwater as baby nymphs, and so their life and their health is really tightly knit together with water quality.
Do you want to hold the nymph?
There he goes.
So the better we understand dragonflies, the better we understand our waters and our lakes and our rivers and our streams.
A job they've had for millions of years.
The first direct ancestors of dragonflies, the fossil evidence we found is from 325 million years ago. That's before reptiles were laying eggs on land. It's very prehistoric. This is the size that our fossils indicate the first dragonflies or griffinflies were.
Thankfully, today they are smaller, yet just as important.
They are also predators. And so in their larva stage underwater, they're eating the larvae of deer flies, horse flies, mosquitoes, all these things that we find aggravating. And then as adults, they're eating deer fly, horse flies, mosquitoes, all the things we find aggravating.
Fewer mosquitoes and deer flies?
This is a female.
Hey, sign me up for this
girl.
festival.
Yep, you are correct. That is a female. We have a dragonfly tent where you can just kind of walk through the tent and we have it stocked full of dragonflies, almost like a butterfly tent. Dragonflies are flying all around you. You can really look at them up close. They can go down to our ponds and they can look for baby dragonflies and baby damselflies, which are the cousins of dragonflies. So they can dip in there and try to catch them and look at them, as well as all the other creatures that live in the pond with the dragonflies. Ones that really I think people like to get out and do, they can run through our prairie and catch dragonflies and identify the different species that we have.
How many species?
Somewhere around 130 species in Minnesota, but that number is changing. Large parts of Minnesota, we have not documented dragonflies, and so we're constantly finding new dragonflies.
Out of 130, we're bound to catch one species in the prairie.
Get it! Get the darner!
Aren't we?
Wait, let it land, let it land, let it land!
Whoa!
Okay, there it is.
Easy. Oh. They are quick, I'll tell you that. You know, I've been hunting for a lot of things. I think this sounds like the most difficult species to hunt down, I'm gonna be honest.
It's pretty tricky. I think you might,
I got it!
I think you got it. Stop. Okay, perfect, yep. All right, so this is a 4-spotted skimmer because it's got 4 spots, 1 spot on each wing.
Miss Dragonfly, thanks for the fun. We're gonna release you back in the wild to eat those mosquitoes. Time to go. This festival is entertaining, but the main goal here is to educate.
The best thing you can do is think about planting natives. If you have natives in your yard, I do that. It's great. I don't have to mow my yard. They do really well.
One small thing to help protect an insect with a big job and an important one: keeping our planet healthy.
Still ahead, a peaceful tradition steeped in the fall magic of our lakes.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Midwest Exteriors MN. Slow down, pay attention when driving. And by Totem Resorts, the premier destination for world-class fishing.
Up next, we share the family tradition of collecting wild rice. Travis Frank met a harvester with a very special story to share.
Before leaves turn to their fall colors, Bill Gensch suits up to begin his yearly harvest.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Deborah Hudson gives him a helping hand and a clean pair of shoes. Together, they proudly carry on a tradition that stems from Bill's Native American roots.
It will definitely be 100 pounds today. Okay, we're just going to rice right through here then.
Ripened beneath a hot summer sun, wild rice drops with every flail of Deborah's stick.
You're basically sweeping the stick across the heads of the rice where the grain is. And so as we go through the rice bed, it's a repetitive motion on either side.
A simple process Bill has spent a lifetime perfecting.
36 years I have been harvesting rice. Initially, I was taught by my grandfather, Frank Phelps, who was his land.
His grandfather made ricing a family affair.
They would actually go to the lake and camp at rice camp, so it was a way of gathering food for the winter.
Grandpa Phelps's tradition instinctively became Bill's.
My grandfather built several canoes back in the 60s, so I said I can do this.
One cedar strip at a time, Bill's craft came to life.
It took a year and a half, but I built my first canoe. There are no staples, screws, or nails were used to build it at all. So it was built completely with wedges and clamps and glue. Pretty unique.
Through a sea of wild rice, Bill pushes his hand-built canoe, all the while watching Deborah fill it up.
It's fun to be out and away. No cell phone, no radio.
Yeehaw! Back on shore, rice camp tradition lives on.
In our family, we pick and process the same day, always.
Friends and family gather to bring their wild harvest full circle.
Let's get them about 3/4 full, and then we'll start her up.
Once a year for 2 or 3 weeks, you get lots of fun, lots of friends.
But I want to get it as good and hot as I can. In essence, what we're doing is we're cooking all of the water molecules out of the rice so that it will become dry, hard kerneled. The whole process of the harvesting and then the finishing of the rice really is a carrying on of the legacy.
A legacy Bill adopted with the help of some of today's modern tools.
This is old school. Nowadays we have a machine. As you can see, I'm probably not as good at it as my grandparents were.
Tractor power separates cooked kernels from their husks.
Oh, it smells good.
Followed by polishing from a hand-powered fan.
It's hard work.
Hard work that ends with a fulfilling reward.
It's important to me that I continue to do this as long as I can. I just enjoy teaching others how to do it and having people join us. And the resulting product is so beautiful. Beautiful green rice.
Beneath the rice harvest moon, Bill Gensch's family tradition lives on.
It's a great gift for people. People really appreciate it. It's very unique. It's from the heart. It's completely natural. It doesn't get any more organic than that.
Did you know that wild rice is actually a grass and not a grain?
I did not know that.
Fun little fact.
Still tastes good. Well, that about does it for us. Millie, Laura, and I hope to see you back here next week.
In the meantime, don't forget to introduce a kid to the great outdoors.
Transportation provided by Premier Transportation. Call 1-800-899-7433. To get more Minnesota Bound, including full episodes, go to mnbound.com. And to follow our latest adventures, like us on Facebook.